Most people are aging twice as fast as they should, and they don't even know it. I'm not talking about the wrinkles or the gray hair or needing glasses to read. Heck, I've got all those. I'm talking about the aging that's taking place on the inside that affect our energy, our strength, and our memory. And that's not the worst part. The worst part's actually knowing that age isn't necessarily the cause of those things. It's our lifestyle. And not paying attention to how it affects our health could cause great harm. It could cause us years in our life or even decades of life. And I'm not talking about life on a calendar. I'm talking about life doing things with the people you love, traveling in the world, and just continuing to live with energy and purpose. And once you lose these years, it's tough to get them back. In this video, I'm going to tell you, and ideally make it somewhat simple, on how you could stop aging, potentially reverse it, but in any case, change direction and do it fairly easily, and most importantly, start today. You see, when we think about aging, we typically think about birthdays. Heck, we know people that are 40 that look to be in their 60s, and we know people in their 70s that move, act, behave, and seem to have the health of people in their 50s. What caused the difference? It's not luck, and it's not necessarily genetics. It's typically how they live life from day to day. Many times we get in the habit and we make just poor choices, and I'm not talking about the obvious ones like smoking and drinking. I'm talking about getting poor sleep. I'm talking about sitting. Sitting is supposedly the new smoking. I'm talking about eating ultra-processed foods. I'm talking about really not getting exercise because you get such poor sleep. The effect of all these things cause you to age, not necessarily day to day. You wouldn't see it day to day. You see it over the years. In fact, if you go to a high school reunion, that's at least when I typically looked and said, man, a lot of these people have aged a lot. And I started thinking, why? I think we develop habits when we're young, and we don't really need to think about a lot of the things we do in our teens, in our 20s. We certainly don't think about aging in our 20s. It's a big deal when we hit 30 and we think, oh my gosh, I'm 30 now. We tend to think about aging once the kids are out and we've been working for a lot of years. We start to feel the aches and pains and realize that, man, time has gone by pretty fast. The question is, what do we do? Is it possible to reverse your biological age? Your biological age is the actual age of your body. And I think it absolutely is. We need to start making the right moves. And moves means moving your body a lot. Get up and walk in the morning. Get up and walk throughout the day. It's not walk, it's really getting focused on your sleep. I think we get so used to living life with 5 or 6 hours that it just wears us down. Then we have an energy drink or cups of coffee and we think, okay, I've got energy now. And we come home and we don't do much. We flip on the TV, maybe we hang out with our spouse, we binge watch, we eat ultra-processed foods again and again and again, and we do it over and over, and that's when we really start to age. Well, for me, I really noticed when between 50 and 60, I thought, holy cow, I'm loving my life. Good things are happening. I'm loving the business. We're starting to do lots of bucket list adventure. I've got grandkids that I want to see. I've got parents that I want to spend time with. And so that's going to require some significant change on my part. And it's through that process I decided to make a big goal of living to 120. And why 120? Is because it needs to be big, because if it's big, I'm going to make radical changes. If it's a little goal, like live an extra few years, you don't really have to do much. Start eating a little bit better, start getting a little bit exercise, and if you think Actually, if you're in your 70s and you start doing a few things like that, you could actually extend your life a few years, maybe into your 80s and maybe even until your 90s. But man, I really want to encourage people to think in a way that they now could become focused on their health and stop living in a way that they know that they don't have a long, joyful life. Heck, most people start losing mobility. I've got friends that have lost a lot of mobility in their 60s, certainly in their 70s. Man, I want to be hiking and climbing mountains, and I want to be starting businesses, and I just want to impact more people. And all the technology that's happening is really cool, and I don't want to miss it. So for me, I believe that you can, and I think it starts with your mindset. I think most people don't believe that you could actually extend your health span. And I think that's the big problem, because if you don't believe you could, then why would you try? But I think people would try once they believe they could and they changed a few of their habits. When I watch friends or I watch people, I think we just get in our routines and we're happy and we enjoy having cocktails, although too much alcohol could be the start of a heart problem or a kidney or liver problem. It could cause dementia. Those are the things that'll kill you. But we're having fun, and we have that question often of, do we want to live for today or do we want to live for tomorrow? And I think it's a little bit of a balance. And I think that once you realize that you could stop doing things that you believe are causing joy, whether that's smoking or drinking or eating junk food. I'm currently in the process of quitting junk food. I intend to quit junk food here in the next few weeks. I'm reading a book and working my way up to it. I've stopped drinking. I'm exercising a ton. And over the last few weeks, man, I feel awesome. And I really want to encourage all of you to do the same. At first, it's a little clunky because you have habits and you have lots of friends and people you hang out with that you enjoy those habits with. And I'm not suggesting you get new friends, but I am suggesting that you're aware of how you want to live and make sure that you don't put yourself in a position where your friends could be doing things or cause you harm. I want to encourage you to first believe and get the mindset that you can. And I'm going to do that in the videos to come. And then once your mindset, once you believe you can, then you absolutely can. You'll start doing things and you'll start seeing the change, and then you'll start behaving like the person after you've made those changes. Meaning you could be a healthy person before totally being healthy. You just got to start getting rid of some of the bad habits, replace them with some of the good habits, start learning about some longevity and some biohacking, I guess, and I'll be sharing that with you. Heck, I'm doing so many things right now. I'm paying attention to my diet, and I supplement, and I use red light therapy and PEMF mats, and I get my blood checked every 3 months, and I'm watching cardio I do like Zone 2 or VO2 Max. I'm really training to build muscle. I'm reading every day to keep my mind sharp. I'm playing Wordle. I don't know if that helps, but seems to. So, really, I'm trying to do the things because, like I said, I want to go to 120. And you know what? If I don't make it to 120, who cares? I'll be dead. But I can assure you that while I'm living, I'm going to be enjoying my life and doing the things that make me feel good, give me energy. I can't wait to start sharing some things that I'm up to, that me and Katie are up to, some of my buddies are up to. We'll be starting a podcast here soon. But I wanted to first share with you that I'm on this journey, and that I know you don't know that you're probably older than you think you are, but I can assure you that you can make the changes to stop that aging, potentially reverse it, get that vibrant energy back, and really start enjoying life. And in the second half of life, imagine if you're 60 and you could live another 30 or 40 years of doing things you really enjoy, of doing things that you really skipped out because you were raising a family and starting a business, giving back to people if you didn't get a chance to do that in the first half. I'm calling it the second mountain, and I intend to feel like I had a great first half of life, but man, I even want it to be better. I want to travel the world, and man, I want to make new friends, and I want a relationship with Katie that lasts many, 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 many years. I want to take her on this journey. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I really want to encourage you to follow me and share this video. And most importantly, watch the next one, because I'm going to start getting into how you actually do it.